a 4 versus 4 ladder game. It's a 4 versus 4, basically pro ladder game. A couple of Joes in there, but it's ladder, so I don't know how accurate these ratings are yet. Let me do my sorting, and we shall introduce you to the team. So the map itself, adaptive point of reach, we have seen this before. Not a heck of a lot of reclaim to get. In fact, there's sweet fuck all reclaim to get. Less than 2,000 actually marked on the map, though these trees here will have mass in them as well. But otherwise, there's not a heck of a lot. So blue team is team number 1. Red team is team number 2. And actually, let's throw up a prediction. Let's see, which team will win this? Cool, you got 5 minutes to submit your predictions. Team 1 is over here at the top, team 2 down here at the bottom. Have your guess, have your bets, and let's see how we're doing. Alright, team 1 though. First person for team number 1 down here on the very bottom left hand side in the lavender colour. It is Donny Noob. Donny Noob is here as Siren. Shut up, Mel. Second player for team number 1, it is MSG, another Cyber player, this time in the deep blue colour. Third player for team number 1, up here, light blue, Aeon, it is Vela1. And finally, team number 1 in the cyan colour, second Aeon, it is Okpak, or Okpak. I'd call him Okpak, it sounds funnier. So 2 Cybran, 2 Aeon for team number 1. Let's have an introduction to team number 2. First up, team number 2, orange colour. It is Drimicus. Drimicus is Uia, first Uia for the day, working on his hydro down there. Closest to him, another Cybran player. It is Uncle Fungus. Uncle Fungus, working on his hydro and really getting some PGs up. Looks like it's going to be an air factory tucked into there. Third player for team number 2 in the red colour, another Cybran. It is Just Awesome. And he's starting his hydro up, looking all good. And finally for team number 2 in the yellow corner, it is Mahiko as UEF. So double Cybran and double UEF for team number 2. Alright, ratings are pretty similar. Lowest rated is 1418 for Vela1, highest rating is 1752 for Okpak. Let's see how these guys are going to fight and what we're doing. So, lots of water. Lots and lots of water. You really need Navy. Need to be expansionistic. You need Navy, you need air. Land isn't so much of a go unless you actually want to try and drop and raid an island over here. Like, that can be done. I've seen people do it. And of course, if you can claim some of your opponent's ground while they're not expecting it and get units out, it can cause a fair bit of damage. But got some scouts heading out already from Donny Noob, wants to find out what his opponents are doing. And it should be okay. Air Factory, second one up here, first one up here for Mahiko. He's going, you will call this map Exploded Amoeba. Well, you could, or you could call it Adaptive Point of Reach, which is what the actual map name is. I mean, it's entirely up to you, but yeah, it has a name. Alright, down here there's lots of expansion opportunities for Drimicus. He's got this whole island to go for. The same goes for Uncle Fungus. He's got this massive island, and you're going to feel a wee bit for the players in this spot. Not as many mass extractors. They are going to have to try and expand somewhere to get more mass. Early bomber attempt out here, and that's going to work actually. The Inti saw the bomber, took a blink at it, but then flew right past. But there's a second Inti out, and that's going to be the end of that bomber. So 0 kills for that guy. No heroic bombers on this map for team number 2. But we go over here. A different bomber for team number 1. It's coming up from Okpak. It's going to grab his first engineer kill just like that. And it's probably going to grab a second in a moment. This guy up here is now under threat. Needs to twist, dodge, turn and dive, but doesn't. Just walks in a straight line. Coincidentally stops. Still too close to the bomb though. And that is 2 because this bomber here, what else can he do? Well, there's certainly plenty of targets and nothing to slow them down. But out comes an NT from Uncle Fungus to assist. Shoots down the bomber. Is that just in time? No. 3 kills for that bomber. So, in comes the air squad from Okpak. So he wanted to try and keep that bomber alive. Maybe he needs to do that a wee bit earlier. The bomber is dead. Killed a few NGs, but that's really about it. Hover. Really? Vela1 is working with the hobby units. He's got spirits going out. He's got some auroras coming along. That's going to be irritating. Things they need to try and take care of. Of course, Hover is easily defeated by T1 Navy, so you know, Thunderheads, they'll do a perfectly capable job doing that. But we have a drop over here. Okpak was 6 NGs on that. He was going for somewhere, but then I think he ran into these interceptors and abruptly changed his mind. He's like, yeah, no, maybe I won't do that. Maybe I won't go for that drop. Alright, speaking of drops though, down over this direction, just awesome. He has managed to pick up a couple of Mantis along with an engineer there. The transport lasts all of 5 seconds once the interceptors turn up, but there's not much on the ground to stop them. And after that's built, this engineer could come over here, reclaim up that, and then build a factory perhaps. We'll see how long that lasts. I'm sure there'll be a tier 1 bomber along to disrupt his day. Over this direction, these Mantis happily walk along. They're going to pick up another mass extractor. And I think it's just more of an annoyance tactic than anything else. And hello, what is going on here? MSG's commander is all the way up here. He's gone absolute walkabout, and wowza. Falls out, no units in front of him. He could have some issues should he gets spotted. He's a long way from home without a lot of support. And hello, there is that drop. Okpak has managed to do it. He's got onto his opponent's island. The factory is down, throwing up a radar. And does Fungus have any idea it's there? Well, he will in a second, because he's just flown over it with an interceptor. And yeah, I'm sure he'll redirect something to go take care of that, like his commander. Not a bad shout. Commander can do nasty things, but hello, coming along, MSG's comm is walking straight towards. Ooh, that is interesting. What's going on here? Oh, the engineer died, yep. So I'm pretty sure a bomber, yeah, there we go. There's the bomber, it's got itself a kill. Probably the engineer back this direction, but this is interesting because MSG's walking directly up to Mahiko's base. There's 0 support, although we do see a sub coming up now. This frigate is busy taking out some structures over there in this direction, and it has been, well, that was not a successful drop from Okpak. It has not got a lot done because Fungus was paying attention, and Fungus saw the attempt, and now it's going to be the factory down. I wonder if he's going to capture it. No, just going to shoot it down. Doesn't want to capture it, doesn't want A on deck. He is fine, and here we go, MSG, he is, I think he's going to reclaim this factory actually. I've seen this before where commanders just jaunt on up and reclaim a factory, and it's double annoying because it's a hard thing to stop without something that can do it down. The reclaim happens very, very quickly, and then they get the mess. So not only do they destroy your building, and I mean, he's just T1. There's no tech on that guy. That's just T1 reclaim. That is a pretty fast kill as such, and then he steals the mass. Now, yeah, that's annoying. Annoying as all heck. However, Mahiko does have some subs in order. He could bring them back here and look at doing some damage to MSG. Or if somebody had T2 air and that comm was discovered, they could just easily pop out some torp bombers, and he's really got no support. So there we go. They know exactly what it's about now, and it is MSG now being plinked away by a sub. It's going to take a while, and they're working on another torpedo launcher down here, which will also maybe can do some damage, and that will maybe encourage MSG to go in a different direction. He's gone for this factory again. Will he reclaim this first is the question. If he starts to reclaim, Mahiko could do a repair, perhaps. Keep it alive a bit longer and start doing some extra damage to MSG. The longer he stands here, the more damage he takes. If the repair order is given, it would take him longer to get that. Maybe he wants to reclaim it himself to get some of the mass out. Nope. There we go. Reclaim might have been a bit slow, but MSG now down into the yellow, and there's literally no support. Now he's got more subs coming in on him. Half dead, just about 6,000 health left, and well, he's got to get these subs down. They can't afford to dawdle. They need to get down here and kill these subs off pronto, because otherwise he's in a serious bit of trouble. 4,000 health left, 3 subs doing their work. Here come the reinforcements. What else can they do on this situation? Not a heck of a lot. Some more subs coming over there from Donny Noob, as well as some frigates, but the frigates aren't going to be able to do much. But MSG down 2,500 health, down into the red. It was quite a ballsy move to push out there, but I think he's going to get away with it. Not enough subs in the water to dissuade him from... Well, not enough subs in the water to actually kill him off. Needed some air. Needed some torp bombers. They would have done the trick. They would have finished him quite happily, quite easily. Still just 2,000 health though. So reclaim doesn't get you any kind of veterancy, and yeah, now there's not left. Expecting the torpedo bombs, perhaps a few interceptors turn up. Just going to do an air pattern above them, and MSG will get away with walking all the way across the map, reclaiming a couple of factories. And oh heck, those ain't. Those are Team 1. Sorry, I thought they were coming over to attack MSG. They were coming over to defend them. And problems with Mahiko. He just has been brutalized, and look at this. We have a com drop boxer. I hope you're happy. This is actually a com drop by Okpak. He has got his commander in that transport. He's about to dump it on the ground. It's got anti-air. He's doing a decent job against a T1 bomber. And in fact, the T1 bomber goes to take off, gets clapped by the commander here, and probably turns into a bit of scrap. Engineer dies. Mass Structure's going to die, and this T2 com can now start doing things, can now start being quite problematic on the island. So this is going to be an issue for Drimicus to try and sort out. What can he do against a commander in the water? We will have to find out. There was a torpedo bomber built by Mahiko. Whether he was going to use that on Okpak remains to be seen. Okpak is going to be out of the water though, 3,000 health. He will survive. But actually those torp bombers were going somewhere else perhaps? No, they weren't. Looks like they were just building up, unfortunately. Maybe they're going to go for something like killing off some of these naval units over here, but this is not looking great for Team 2 on this side. These factories are under threat. There are a couple of torpedo launchers over here, of course. They will not quite be in range of all this. The closer they move, though, the worse they're going to get. And it will be... I think this is possibly in for... Although the submarine's actually going to do some work, because now the frigates are defenseless against subs. Nothing to attack them, and these can just get to work. Once the frigates come in range of the scuttles, they will do some extra damage as well. Okay, this direction, MSG, well, he's slapped down some T2PD, he's popped down a few factories, and the labs are coming out now to get some work done. And get work done they will. They will kill off engineers, they'll kill off mass extractors, and if Drimicus isn't paying attention, he's going to lose a lot. Alright, T1 Air is coming along to say g'day, and that should be a prompt for Okpak with some anti-air in his comm. Where it's going to be flak, T1 AA, don't know. Down this section, what is left? Well, there's just simply not enough. The T1 frigate spam is real. And the question is, can the torpedo launchers hold out long enough? The answer really is no. The frigates move out of range of the... Well, they move into range of the torpedo launchers. They're going to kill them off nice and easy. Just Awesome's popping into the water with his gun. I'm not sure what his plan is there. The T2 HQ is having problems. It's not going to last very much longer, unfortunately. My frigates will do some damage, but at least 4 subs can kill them off in time before the factory survives. Is that repair? I'm guessing he's trying to repair, or is that an assist? Oh, I think it's an assist. No, that is a repair order. There we go. So he's trying to keep that factory alive, and would probably succeed if it wasn't for the extra support coming in here from Donny Noob as well. It's got lots of subs in the water now. They can start killing off the frigates happily, fastly, but there's not much done for the HQ. It's down into the red, trying to get the repair order on, and the frigates just simply aren't dying fast enough. There's not enough repair. No, the factory's gone. The factory is gone. An attempt was made to try and keep it alive, but in the end, not enough repair is capable to... Sorry, not enough DPS to take out the frigates, and not enough strength on the commander to repair it and keep that factory alive. But, oh, Strat Bomber, hello! Oof. Strat Bomber with 5 kills, got up a couple of T2 mixes there, and it is on its way. Fortunately, for Team 2, there are some ASFs out, but it's going to grab another T2 mix there. Not as bad as it could have been. I say that it's got 2 T2 mixes up there and 2 T2 mixes down there, so it's still pretty annoying. But from there it's not fine. But what's going on? There's been a tech launcher built here by Okpak, and it is doing extra work over this direction, killing off T2 mixes with that. Oh, that's just simply nasty. Simply nasty. In comes the next one. Down goes your mass extractor. Gonna need some TMD for that, but there's a lot of damage happening. There's a shield boat. Is the shield tall enough to stop the tech missile? I'm gonna go with no. Yeah, that tech missiles are way too high. Need some cruisers out there or something to slow those down, but now that's a sizable navy, and it could be problems for Okpak because there's a destroyer in here, and Drimicus is pushing up his commander as well. He's going to take out some of the T1 with his comet. You can always duck into the water if he needs to, but speaking of T1 and stuff like that, that's going to be a problem. Alright. So down here, just awesome, he's managed to rebuild a couple of factories, getting this one straight up to T2. Well, he's got his commander in the water doing the reclaim, helping that to get back up to speed, and of course helping these as well. Rebuilding his mixes is a priority. Definitely needs to try and get that going. Good amount of units over here, unfortunately. Well, there's T2. There's a single Cooper, which will be very handy at taking out any subs, but there are no subs. There's one all the way back here, but that's not going to be too much of an issue. Working on a destroyer by the look of it. Plenty of assistance on this T2 HQ. Needs to get that up and running over here. What is going on? Well, problems for Okpak. Not much left of his base over here. That tech launcher is not going to last too much longer. Plenty of assistance, but there's just a lot of DPS coming off that destroyer. It will die in a moment. And the question is, what is Okpak going to do? He's kind of stuck there. There's a large number of torpedo bombers, but of course there's also a large number of ASFs out from Uncle Fungus. And I think Fungus has the air game here. He has many more ASFs than Okpak, and yet they're going to be out of the water there. Oh, they weren't even ASFs, they're swift ones, so Okpak only has T2 air. They weren't ASFs at all, but here's the ASF band coming over from MSG. Whether they can do something to disrupt this particular function? No, it does not look like. And this is, once that goes down, that's it. This area is now completely free reign for Drimicus to have a go at. Okpak has T2 on his commander, and that is basically it. He has nothing around him to help out. He's got nothing but engineers. He's got a couple of factories here, yes, but otherwise he's going to be struggling. Looks like he's going to make a play for the water there, but there's another destroyer. And where is he going to go from this point? He's going to try and find a place to hide. He can't extract himself right now. The ASFs are loitering from Uncle Fungus, just waiting for a transport to turn up, one would think. Over in this direction, and there has been, there we go, Cooper's looking not particularly healthy. So Coopers are great against submarines, but they're terrible against anything on the... I'll have to do it at the end of the game, Angel. I'll try and remember. Damn it. Boxer and Angel, both of you, piss off. I will remember to do them. I swear I will. But no, Coopers are not great against surface units. They have less health than a T1 frigate, and while they can pop out a decent amount of DPS, they just get overrun and they cost so much at the same time. So frigate on frigate fight, that destroyer is trying to get work down, but it's going to go down. The Cooper's going to go down. Well, there it is, down there, still alive for the moment. Trying to twist, duck, dodge and turn, getting some work done. Not quite enough. There is a T2 PD up here, there's a commander up here as well. He could have some fun, but that will hopefully keep this alive a little bit longer. The frigate is trying to do some work. Some subs are coming up here from Just Awesome, wanting to keep things alive, but we need to go back, check on this direction, and it is Okpak trying to keep that shield up, trying to put up a radar so you can see what the heck is going on around him. But there's not enough to stop this. The shield is going to go down. He's trying to assist it to keep it up as long as possible. I'm not sure what his game plan is. Maybe keep alive until these guys turn up and can assist properly. Any kind of air, like a single strat, would do. Even some T2 bombers, anything to just gradually take them down. Okay, these two destroyers are moving on and showing away the units that are belonging to Drimicus, and Drimicus himself is kind of exposed. And he's going to have to be careful now. Thanks to these two destroyers, they could do a decent amount of damage to him. He needs to get himself out of action, maybe back into his main base over here. But in comes the transport. That's Park. He's got the transport and the air needs to be ready. It is ready. I don't think he's going to pick himself up in that. He's not going to get away. Nope. Transport decides to... Oh, transport's not ever going to get out of there. There's cruisers up there now. And Park is in a desperate situation. With the cruiser off the coast, his comm is basically hammered. He's not getting out of that. And now he's taking destroyer fire. Yes, he's trying to find a place he can hide, a corner he can creep into, where the destroyers can't hit him, but they can definitely hit him there, and he can't stand still because the cruiser with his TAC missiles will cause problems as well. In comes Drimicus again. Drimicus, you could pop down some T1 PD perhaps, and that will cause some problems for Okpak. He couldn't do much there. Trying to get something done. I really reckon air would be the play here. You got a couple of air factories, just spam out some tier 1 bombers and just start having to go at them. Make life miserable. Over this section though, what do we have? We have torpedo bombers now taking on the units belonging to Mahiko, so he repelled the navy attack, now he's got an air attack to deal with. A few ACFs do come over from Uncle Bungus, they're going to help clean the skies up. Nice and handy. Those torpedo bombers will not last against ASFs at all. No surprise there, torpedo bombers don't have any kind of anti-air functionality. Alright, working it on the T2 Navy, plenty of reclaim on the doorstep to be had over this direction, and it is still, there we go. T1 Peter was slapped down by Okpak. He does not want Drimicus to come and say hello. Another shield going up, but that's not going to last because destroyers, they're going to pop that before it finishes. There we go. And that is entirely a great idea. And what's going on here? The cruiser is firing in the wrong direction. Cruiser wants to be trying to hit this guy. If you keep him moving, you won't be able to stop the build stuff. Maybe he's got a little wee spot he can tuck himself into here and be safe. Certainly safe from that direction. You can see there's a destroyer plane around to fuck the ground over there, hitting into the hill, not doing a lot. Needs to bring this destroyer back and actually start hitting him. Can he hit him? Is it in range? No, it's not. No, it's not in range, so he's in a slightly safe spot. Definitely want to turn this around and start lobbing attacks at this guy. Where's the air? Honestly, I'm just still expecting like to be any kind of air, like any kind of air response. T1 bombers? Anything. Still working on items up here. He's got T3. Yeah, that is T3. Nope. Yeah, T3 air factory. So he's kind of done all of that. So he's not exactly bad in his home base, but really needs to find something to do there. He's just kind of chilling with his comm, seeing how long he can last, I guess. Drimicus still sitting off there. Needs to... There we go. He started moving again. And what's he doing? Just trying to keep out of the way of the destroyer fire, which had moved direction. Or is he keeping out of the way of the cruiser fire? Yeah, there we go. Cruiser doing his thing. And here we go. That is what he's going to be doing. He's going to start getting hit by the cruiser, though. Can't afford to stay standing still, unfortunately. Unfortunately for him, but he's not having a grand old time. Units moving in here from Valawan. They're looking to relieve the pressure off this side, and they will do so. Half of us, 1, 2, 3, 4 destroyers versus a single one. Not going to go down well for those guys. In this direction, more destroyers coming over from MSG, and Drimicus still in the water. Doesn't have a lot of units to repel that. Speaking of MSG, what's he doing? He's got T3 on his comm. He's got... Oh dear. He's got Torpedo, he's got T3, and he's got Stealth. And this is the result. He's come back in the water and he's putting up some harms. And they've got no idea he's there. What's the range of that harm? Oh, that's the range. And it's going to start crunching into that naval factory. Going to have a terrible time of trying to do basically anything at this stage. Lots of torpedo bombers, so if there was ever eyes on MSG, you could see these torpedo bombers. They could kill him pretty darn quickly, although now he's working on a SAM launcher, and that's just going to be extra problematic. that is going to be a huge issue for Mahiko. Not only will he have harms blipping away at his factory here, he's going to have a SAM up, so any air that comes nearby is going to get hammered for no good reason really. We're just going to find themselves doomed out of that. And just like that, there we go, access flow. They suddenly discover, oh, I've got this on my doorstep. Does it have anti-torpedo? No, they don't. They're just torpedoes. They don't have anti. Because I don't believe they have anti. Not that I know of, but this here. So this is a problem. You do not see this on sonar. So you could have sonar, but because of the stealth you don't see it. You need something with water view that will actually be able to take care of that. Alright, over this direction, what do we got? We have Drimicus. He is happy joy over here. He's getting some reclaims, a nice juicy reclaim to be had. Got a few units around him, and Okpak is still standing around. Just chilling. Standing around, chilling, doing nothing, and Drimicus in the water. I think he wants to be a wee bit careful here. That is 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 destroyers, 7. 7 destroyers bearing down on Drimicus, and he's got 1 destroyer to try and stop them. And a Cooper. Buddy, you've got problems. You've got some massive, massive problems. You're underwater. You're going to get hammered by torpedoes, and this is Okpak taking this opportunity to try and make an escape. Drimicus down into the yellow, down into the... That's a lot of torpedoes, and he's actually going to be out just like that. Way far forward, no support whatsoever, and Drimicus goes out in an instant. Thanks to a massive amount of destroyer rushes, Okpak now can make his escape. He's got shields which can cover him as well. He's got some units back here to be assisting, but that is a huge push in. Over this direction, it is the Navy game going on with some torpedo bombers from both sides having a go. Actually, no, that is all there from Uncle Fergus, but the big problem right now is this standing here. MSG's got torp on his comm, he's got a couple of harms up, he's got some movement on SAMs there as well, and the harms just absolutely rip this destroyer to shreds. They need eyes on him. They need to send a scout plane over or a spy plane over just to see him, just so they can tag him and get those torpedo bombers to actually attack. At the moment there's nothing doing, and this is looking interesting. Walking further towards Mahiko's base, another SAM going up there, and it's looking like problems. It looks like an edge build soon. I would not be surprised. He's got the harms to defend him from the ocean, he's got the SAMs to defend him from the air, and now it is an edge build. MSG back up here again with his commander. He was determined to do a commander thing, and this is exactly what he's done. And here we go, Cerberus turret going up, and this is going to be all sorts of horrible for Mahiko. Absolutely all sorts of horrible. There's Sam's up behind here doing his thing, and now Cerberus turrets in your base. That's just not great. I think Mahiko's attention might just be over here where the space he's inherited, trying to figure out what the heck he's doing over here. Grabbing up, there we go. Yeah, he's got some extra willpower on there. But this is horrible. Horrible for his base. Is absolutely getting smacked on. Trying to spam up some triads over here. Will that be in range? Should be. But there's a lot there. Maybe some kind of T1 bombers or something to spam out of this, just to try and get there, or even, like I said, get eyes on that commander and try and do something. Uncle Fungus says, I'm so mad because your base is in tatters, because you have Navy sitting off the edge of it, and that T3 HQ is under threat. Does not want to lose that, but these Salems have decided they don't want to be hit by torpedoes, so they rock out of the water instead, and they're just now going to sit there while they're trying to do a thing. Maybe wants to think about shooting the other Salem first, get rid of the DPS that's going on there. But down here also another destroyer having a whale of a time over here, trying to pick off this T3 Pigeon. If it does, it's going to be bad times for that. Good evening, Broodman. And it is going to pop. Reclaim order on that keeps it alive though. Well, keeps it from exploding fully. But he's going to want to reclaim this one because it's going to go next. It's absolutely going to go next. No, the destroyer is dead thanks to torpedo bombers. Now there's more whalers out and these Salems are gone as well. Oh dear. Brutalization all over the place, and oh, he is not. He is not. Thank God, I'm up to 2 sets of each. You guys are being mean to me today. You're absolutely horrible to me. But MSG's comm is just going for a wander, and he's throwing down a harm right there, right? No, that can't be allowed to complete. Surely not. Surely at least one of these units will see it come over and stop it from completing, but it is going up rapidly. Right there. Oh no. That will be awful if it completes. Need to get that battle cruiser over here to start doing some damage. Need to try and spot MSG to get 3. That's not 3, is it? Oh, bloody hell. It is 3. They need some kind of eyes on that comm. Are those eyes? No, they're on the harm. You can see them. Surely they see him flying over. No. What? Torpedo bombers don't have water vision? I guess that kind of makes sense. Really needed to find something to pop that guy. In come the ASF, so being all stealthy as they do, they have come in and they have caught those torpedo bombers. They cleaned them out of the sky. Probably worth diving in on that air just to get that done. But even as they do, more torpedo bombers over here getting murdered by Okpak. Okpak, who I thought for sure was never getting out of this situation, has. He managed to get away, and it is absolutely ridiculous that he did, in my opinion. That was just absolute bonkers. Both these guys have been totally just balls out with their commanders. Okay, can battle cruisers see a commander? Yes, they can. Now they can see him. Okay, move on in. You are a Neptune. You have torpedoes. You ain't so bad. Now they can see him. Get the torpedo bombers on there, but they don't have any left because they're all dead. And I think they're a wee bit focused on this army that's pushing and trying to keep the battle cruisers alive, but that is just some absolute complay from all these guys. Nope, MSG's fine. He's absolutely fine. He's walking away. No dramas for him. He is out of there and quite happy. But over this side, even while Mahiko pushes all these units over this way, trying to get some kind of damage done, his production line over here is absolutely doomed. Factories are gone. Build power's gone. The HQ is going to die there. All this will be under threat next, and he's going to have absolutely nothing doing. MSG just chilling out here. He doesn't care. He's gonna... Is that... Okay, that T1 PD's been playing Fuck the Ground for ages. I mean, just like... ages. Must have been. It's been there forever. It's just tickling away. And it's been shot at by some trads over here, which are assuming having the same problem. Rousing around to Fuck the Ground for the last, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes or so. They've been there for ages. Can they spot MSG? Can they actually get to him and kill him off? I feel like even it would just be like a moral victory to actually kill MSG at this point. But the battle cruisers, well, they're focusing on other stuff, doing some damage, but he's got 18,000 health. But the battle cruisers ain't standing around. They're getting away. They are getting brutalized by the harms. They cannot stay there. This one's going to die, actually. One battle cruiser down, torpedo bombers overhead, and what is left for Team 2? Not a heck of a lot. Team 1 have most of the map. They have pretty much destroyed everything here. The off-coast bombardments from the Exodus class destroyers have left so much carnage in their wake. And still there's air around from both teams, but no torpedo bombers. So yeah, MSG can continue to loiter, he can continue to build, and now with a think this might be a last hope push over here from Just Awesome, trying to get something done with the meager neighbour he has, but the torpedo bombers turn up. That is going to be a lot of damage on those guys. They're going to die horrible deaths. Won't be long before they're gone. In this direction we see it is coming in from Uncle Fungus. He's trying to force an air fight to get some kind of wind going on there. 2v1 though, even while he's tagging with the items from MSG, along comes Ogpuck with his own ASFs. Still fairly even, so Just Awesome's done a reasonable job there, but I think that's a bad turn and he has just lost the air game. He has lost the air. Mahiko now is just being brutalized left, right and centre. That's a control K. That is out from Uncle Fungus. Throws GG's are thrown out. The control Ks are done. And this leaves Just Awesome. 1 versus 4. Yeah, I don't think he's going to do it. I don't think he's going to do it. In fact, he doesn't.